Hello, everybody. Schooner Double 7 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got the 9-11 New York Yankees taking on the 11-7 Chicago White Sox. This is game one of a three-game series between the Yankees and the White Sox. And here is the starting lineup for the New York Yankees. Leading off, the left fielder, Johnny Damon. Batting second, the shortstop, Derek Jeter. Batting third, the right fielder, Bobby Abreu. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the designated hitter, Hideki Matsuri. Batting fifth, the catcher, Jorge Posada. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Robinson Cano. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Jason Gambini. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Morgan Insberg. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Milky Cabrera. On the mound for the White Sox, it is Jose Contralis, who'll come into today's game with a 1.35 ERA. He's got 3 wins and no losses. He's pitched 20 innings, allowed 11 hits, 11 strikeouts, and 9 walks. We're here at U.S. Cellular Field, which will give a +1 to strikeouts, a -1 to walks, and nothing to home runs. And with that, Johnny Damon steps up into the batter's box. He's batting a .400 as the home plate umpire dusts it off. And we're ready for the first pitch. And it's a 1-3, column 1, row 3. We're going to start off with a walk result on a 1-10, 17 too high. Cano, 1-6, column 1, row 6. Line drive up the center to Contralis. He'll make the catch. And that'll put one away. So let's take a look at the starting defense for the White Sox. Quinton will be out there in left field. Swisher in center. Dye at right field. Going around the horn, we've got Creed on third. Cabrera will be at short. Oubre is on second. Corneco at first. Pazinski behind the plate. And Contralis is on the mound. Next up, Derek Jeter comes into the game batting a 189. And here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is a blank. Jeter being a right-handed batter, so on the pitcher card, when we roll a split like that, we look to the right-handed side of the slash. And that's going to be a 4-4, column 4, row 4, double star 5, and it's a fly ball back there to Swisher, who'll make the catch and puts 2 away. Bobby Abreu batting a 261, and here is the pitch. 4-6, column 4, row 6. That's going to be a walk on a 1-12. The 15 is too high. 2-6, column 2, row 6, double star 5. Fly ball once again back there to center field to Swisher. He'll size it up. Makes the catch and retires the side. So the White Sox retire the Yankees in order. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first. And here is the starting lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Leading off, the center fielder, Nick Swisher. Batting second, the shortstop, Orlando Cabrera. Batting third, the designated hitter, Jim Thome. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Paul Corneco. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Jeremy Dye. Batting sixth, the catcher, A.J. Pazinski. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Carlos Quinton. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Joe Creed. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Juan Oubre. On the mound for the Yankees, it is Chin-Min Wang. He'll come into the game with a 4.68 ERA. He's got 1 win and 3 losses. He's pitched 25 innings, allowed 30 hits, 19 strikeouts, and 7 walks. Swisher batting a .239. And here's the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-5, column 6, row 5 at the ballpark. We're going to go to U.S. Cellular Field. And that is going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. Power hit to Cabrera. That is a 10. That would have been a home run. It fails the home run check. So that is going to be a fly out. So click button for the hit. Type. If HR check fails, it's a fly out. So Cabrera will make the catch and put one away. So let's take a look at the starting defense for the New York Yankees. Damon is out there in left field. Cabrera will be in center. Abreu at right field. Going around the horn, we've got Innsberg at third. Jeter's on short. Kano at second. Gambini at first. And Posada will be behind the plate with Wang on the mound. Orlando Cabrera batting a .225. And the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That is a strikeout. Cabrera right-handed batter. So on the pitcher card, we look to the right-handed side. On a 1-7, that is a 6. Struck him out. And that'll be 2 away. Jim Thome batting a .225. 1-4, column 1. Row 4, possible error on a ground ball. So error rating, that is the number in the bracket for the outfielder. And that's going to be a 1-4. Column 1, row 4. That's a single to Kano. His error range is a 1 to 5. That is a 20. No error check made on infield singles. But the batter is thrown out at first. So they get him out, and the Yankees return the favor. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 1, we're tied at 0. You go to the top of the second. Hideki Matsuri, Jorge Posada, and Robinson Cano due up for the Yankees. Hideki Matsuri batting a .308. 4-4, column 4, row 4. Double question mark. So left-handed batter, we're going to look on the left-handed LHB line. Single on a 1-4, that's going to be a 2, and that's going to be good for a base hit. So we always follow the question mark when that comes up, even if the batter is not tired. So Matsui leads off with a base hit. And next up, it's going to be Jorge Posada. Posada batting a .239. Strategy roll is an 8, and the Yankees are standing pat on strategy. Nothing new. 4-6, column 4, row 6. That's going to be a walk on a 1-11. That is a 4, and that's going to be a walk. So Posada will trot on down to first. Matsui will move over to second. Runners now on first and second. Infield at double play depth. Strategy roll is an 11. And next up, it's going to be Robinson Cano. Cano batting a .213, and here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a blank. Nothing happens. Cano. 2-2, column 2, row 2. Base hit to second base to Ubre. Matsui will go to third as he waved around. He'll go from second to home on a base run rating of a 2-6. That is a 2. Matsui's waved around. He'll score. Posada will hold at second, and the Yankees strike first. They take a 1-0 lead. Jason Gambini now steps up into the batter's box. He's batting a 2-foot-24. Strategy roll, 2. Nothing happens. Infield at double play depth still. Runners on first and second with no outs. And the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-14, that is a 7. That's going to be a walk. So the bases are loaded as Morgan Innsberg steps up. Innsberg batting a 333. Strategy roll is an 11. Infield now playing in with the bases loaded. And here is the pitch. By the way, strategy roll is a 10. No outs. Yankees holding off. 4-6, column 4, row 6. That is a walk. On a 1-8. 17 too high. 4-5, column 4, row 5, double star 3. It's a ground ball to Cabrera. Now they're going to try for the double play. Yes. So with that, it is a double play. So the roll, bases loaded. Roll versus hitters, ground double play, pitcher. So 0-1, 0-0. That is a 2. That's going to be a 1. It's a double play. So they'll get Posada out at home, Morgan Innsberg out at first, and that is a 6-1-3 double play. Two outs and runners on second and third. Kano will go to third. Gambini advances to second. Cabrera batting a 172. Strategy rolls a 15. Yankees holding off. Infield now at normal depth. And that's going to be a 5-6. Column 5. Row 6. Strikeout on a 1-9. That is a 5. Struck him out. So 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, but the Yankees leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the second. Paul Konecko, Jeremy Dye, and A.J. Pazinski due up for the White Sox. Paul Konecko batting a 246. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a walk on a 1-17. That is a 5. That is a walk. That's the first walk allowed by Wang in today's game. Jeremy Dye batting a 246. Strategy rolls a 4. And here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. Blank. Infield, by the way, is at double play depth 1-2. Column 1, row 2. It's a pop-up to Kano. He sees it, comes in, makes the catch, and puts one away. A.J. Pazinski batting a 404. His average is not found. Strategy roll is a 9, and here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4. That is a blank. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's going to be good for a base hit into center field. So we're going to roll for first runner advancement. That is a 6, and all runners will hold. Carlos Quinton up. He's batting a 414. Strategy roll is a 16. Sox holding off. Double play depth for the infield, and here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That is a blank. 4-4, column 4, row 4. Power hit to Damon. That is a 13, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Damon. Damon moves under, waves off Cabrera. He'll make the catch, and they'll hold Corneco at second as they throw it over into Jeter to the cutoff man. 2 outs, runners on first and second, and that's going to bring up Joe Creed. Creed batting at .328, strategy rolls a 6, and here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's going to be a range play. Now, on a range play, we check the first number, and that is going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. Ground ball to Kano. His range is on a 1-4. That is a 1. Kano will make the catch, and that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Sox leave 2 stranded. After 2, it's Yankees 1, White Sox nothing. We go to the top of the third, and top of the order for the Yankees, Johnny Damon, Derek Jeter, and Bobby Abreu due up for the Yankees. Johnny Damon 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-2, column 5, row 2, home run on a 1-11. That is a 4, and that ball is out of here. Solo home run for Johnny Damon. As he hits it down the left field side, Quinton goes back, chasing it, and it's into the stands. It's a solo home run for Johnny Damon. That's his 5th home run of the replay. And puts the Yankees up 2-0. Derek Jeter up, he's 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3, that is a blank. 6-3, column 6, row 3, fly ball back there to die, he'll make the catch, and that'll be 1 away. Bobby Abreu is up, he's 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-5, column 6, row 5, strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 1. Struck him out. And that'll be 2 away, and that's going to bring up Hideki Matsuri. Matsuri is 1 for 1 with a run scored, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-1. Column 5, row 1, hit by pitch. Controllers will give a -4 to the hit by pitch rating. That makes it a 2. 17 too high. 5-4, column 5, row 4, power hit to right field to die. It's a 10, and Matsui will get on with a double. So Matsui will get on with a double, keeps the inning alive for the Yankees. Jorge Posada now up. Walked his last time up. Strategy roll is a 7. Yankees holding off. And the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That is a blank. Posada. 3-4, column 3, row 4. Double back out there in the right field to die. It's an RBI double by Jorge Posada. It's 3-0 Yanks. Robinson Cano is up. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Strategy roll is a 4. Yankees still holding off. Infield at normal depth, 2-1. Column 2, row 1. That is a walk. On a 1-2, the 14 is too high. 5-2, column 5, row 2. Fly ball back there to Swisher. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and the Yankees will leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Juan Ube, Nick Swisher, and Orlando Cabrera due up for the White Sox. Juan Ube batting at .348. And here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is a walk on a 1-7, 16 too high. 4-1, column 4, row 1, pop up. Innsberg this time will see it. He'll come in, make the catch. And that'd be 1 away. We go to the top of the order now. Nick Swisher, who is 0 for 1. The order will flip over. And here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a walk. On a 1-11, that is an 8, and that's going to be a walk. So Swisher is on, and that's going to bring up Orlando Cabrera. Cabrera 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strategy roll 11. Sox holding off, and here is the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. Strikeout on a 1-7. The 20 is too high. 2-3, column 2, row 3. Double star 4, ground ball to Jeter. He'll make the catch. Is it a double play? Double play rating is a -1. 0, -1 makes it a 2. We take 1d6, roll it against the ground double play rating. That is a 2, so it's equaled to the ground double play rating. Makes it a double play. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on after 3. It's Yankees 3, White Sox nothing. We go to the top of the 4th. Jason Gambini, Morgan Innsberg, and Milky Cabrera due up for the Bronx Bombers. Gambini walked his last time up, and here is the pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5, strikeout on a 1-12. That is a 1. Struck him out. And that'll be 1 away. Morgan Innsberg 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. Innsberg 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is a blank. 2-3, column 2, row 3, and that is going to be a fly ball back there to Dye. Dye sees it, comes in, makes the catch, 2 away. Milky Cabrera, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6, possible error on a throw. And that's going to be a 1-5, column 1, row 5, fly ball back there to Swisher. Swisher will make the catch and retire the side. So the Yankees will go down in order, no runs, no hits, no errors. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's going to be Jim Thome, Paul Cornecco, and Jeremy Dye due up for the White Sox. Jim Thome, 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3, strikeout on a 1-14, 17 too high. 2-1, column 2, row 1, and that is going to be a pop-up to Gambini. He'll make the catch, and that'll be 1 away. Paul Cornecco with a walk, and here is the pitch. That's going to be a 2-1, column 2, row 1. That is a walk on a 1-17. That is an 8. And that's going to be a walk for Paul. So as Cornecco gets on base, strategy roll is a 12, and that's going to bring up Jeremy Dye. Dye is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-3. Column 4, row 3. That is a blank. 2-6, column 2, row 6. Double star 5. That is going to be a fly ball back there to Cabrera. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. 2 out, runner on first. Strategy rolls an 11. A.J. Pazinski is up. He is 1 for 1 today, and here is the pitch. 6-3, column 6, row 3 at the ballpark. We're going to go to U.S. Cellular Field for this play. And that is going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. Power hit to Cabrera. It's an 11, and that is a flyout. And that will retire the side swisher, making the catch at the track. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Yankees retire the Sox in order. Well, sorry. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. After 4, it's Yankees 3, White Sox nothing. We go to the top of the 5th, and it's the top of the order for the Yankees. Johnny Damon, Derek Jeter, and Bobby Abreu due up. Johnny Damon, 1 for 2 today with a home run, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a blank. Damon, 4-3, column 4, row 3, double star 2, and that's going to be a ground ball to Creed. Creed will make the catch. And out number 1. Derek Jeter, 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That's going to be a range play. So we're going to check the ranges of the outfielder. That's the first number. Whose range are we checking? 5-5. Column 5, row 5. That's going to go back to the swisher. His range is on a 1-2. That is a 3. Swisher misjudges where the ball is going to go. Can't get it. Spins around, throws it back to Ubre. And with that, they'll hold Jeter at first. Next up, it's Bobby Abreu, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 2. It's a steal attempt. So let's see. Let's take a look here. Stolen base rating for Jeter. He's a right-handed batter. So that's going to be a +3. That's going to be a +5. That's going to make it a 19. And that is an 11. Jeter will steal second safely. No issue there. And here is the pitch to Bobby Abreu. And that is going to be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. Double star 3. Ground ball to Cabrera. And that is going to be an out at first. Jeter will hold at second. Runners are advancing, balls hit to the shortstop or the pitcher. If the base run rating beats the D6, it does not. It ties it. And 2 outs. So with 2 outs, we add a +1 to the base run rating. Strategy roll is a 20. It's a pickoff attempt. Contralis picks off on a 1-2. Anytime a 20 comes up on the strategy die, it's a pickoff attempt. It's a 2. He picked off Cabrera. He picked off Jeter. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and none left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Carlos Quentin, Joe Creed, Juan Ubre due up for the White Sox. Carlos Quentin, 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6, range play at the ballpark. 2-2, column 2, row 2, ground ball to Jeter. Jeter's range is on a 1-2. That is a 6. Jeter can't get it in time. So Quentin will get on with a base hit. Jeter is 0 for 3 on range plays. Joe Creed 0 for 1. Strategy roll is an 8. And here is the pitch. White Sox holding off infield is at double play depth. 6-5, column 6, row 5 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Cellular Field. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Double star 3. It's a ground ball to Gambini, who'll make the catch. And we'll take a look at the double play rating. Jeter is a -1. That makes it a 3. Wang is a 0. Dyrol is a 1. That makes it a double play. So it is a 3-6-3 double play. So 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Juan Ubre. Ubre is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-1, column 4, row 1, home run chance. That's a 0, nothing there. 6-1, column 6, row 1. However, it is a double into left field to Damon. So Ubre will get on with a double, keeps the inning alive, and we go to the top of the order. Top of the order, Nick Swisher, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Strategy roll is a 4, and here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That is a blank. 1-6, column 1, row 6. Pop up to Gambini. He'll make the catch. And that will retire this. And that retires the side. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go after 5. It's Yankees 3, White Sox nothing. We go to the top of the 6th. Hideki Matsuri, Jorge Posada, and Robinson Cano due up for the Yankees. Hideki Matsuri, 2 for 2 today with a double and a run scored. And here is the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1, range play. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a fly ball to Swisher. His range is on a 1-2. Swisher will make the play. It's a 2 in range. And Swisher had to hustle. He's 5 for 12. 42% on his range plays. Jorge Posada, 1 for 1 with a double, a walk, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5, strikeout on a 1-12. The 14 is too high. 1-5, column 1, row 5, fly ball to Swisher. He'll make the catch. And that'll be 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, and that's going to bring up Robinson Cano. Cano 1 for 2 with an RBI, and here is the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2, wild pitch. It's a foul ball, nobody on, as Kano will smack it into the stands. We're going to re-roll the dice. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That makes it a blank. Nothing happens. Kano, 6-6, column 6, row 6, double star 2. That's a ground ball down the third baseline to Creed. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the White Sox retire the Yankees in order. Very easy inning to score there. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Orlando Cabrera, Jim Thome, and Paul Corneco due up for the White Sox. Cabrera, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Taking a look at the pitcher for Chin Min Wang, he can face 8 more batters before he's considered tired. Cabrera, 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2, strikeout. On a 1-7, the 16 is too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's going to be a fly ball back there to Damon. He'll make the catch. And that'll be 1 away. Jim Thome is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. Thome, 2-2, column 2, row 2, strikeout. On a 1-14, the 18 is too high. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a fly ball to Abreu. And that'll be out number 2. 2 away, and that's going to bring up Paul Corneco. Corneco walked his last 2 times up. And here is the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6, strikeout. On a 1-11, the 9 in range, struck him out. And that will retire the side. So the Yankees retire the White Sox in order. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. After 6, it's Yankees 3, White Sox nothing. We go to the top of the 7th. Jason Gambini, Morgan Insberg, and Melky Cabrera due up for the Yankees. And taking a look here, Jose Contreras can go 1 more batter before he's considered tired. Bullpen getting some action for the White Sox. Gambini, 0 for 1 with a walk, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6, strikeout. On a 1-12, that is a 2. Struck him out. So Gambini strikes out. That's going to bring up Morgan Insberg. Jose Contreras now tired. Insberg is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5, strikeout. 1-17, that is a 14. Struck him out. So when the pitcher is tired, if we roll something like a 1-5, a 4-4, or if 5-1 shows up as any of the dire results, the pitcher, we do follow now, the brackets come into play. So if any of those results show up on the die, the pitcher will be removed. We will bring in a relief pitcher. 2-4, column 2, row 4, that is a blank. Over to Cabrera. Cabrera 2-3, column 2, row 3, and that's going to be good for a base hit to pass the shortstop, so pass the other Cabrera. And with that, Cabrera is on with a base hit. Chicago coming out. Here comes the skipper. The White Sox will make that call to the bullpen. And And with that, Jose Contreras is done. They're going to come take the baseball from him. And with that, Boone Logan's going to come in to try to close out the inning here. Take a look at his card. That is his pitching card. Logan will come into the game. He comes into the game with a 7.20 ERA, 1 loss. He's pitched 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Contreras, he won 6 2/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, gave up 1 home run, an ERA of a 2.0, leaves the game with an ERA of a 2.03. Johnny Damon, 1 for 3 with a home run, a run, and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 10, and here is the pitch. 1-1. Column 1, row 1, that's a strikeout plus. So on a strikeout plus, we add 10 to that range. That makes it a 20. We add the 1 from the ballpark, so we're adding 11 to that range. That's where the 20 comes in. That makes it an 18. The die roll is an 18. In range, struck him out, and sing, take me up to the ball game. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Jeremy Dye, A.J. Pierzynski, and Carlos Quentin due up for the White Sox. Let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 have been played here in Chicago. Yankees scored a run in the 2nd, 2 runs in the 3rd. It's 3 runs on 7 hits for the Yankees. Chicago, no runs, but they do have 3 hits on the board. And with that, Wang is staying out there. He can face 5 more batters. Jeremy Dye is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1, strikeout on a 1-11. That is a 6. Struck him out. And that's 1 away. A.J. Pierzynski is 1 for 2, and here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6, range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to U.S. Cellular Field. Remember, anytime the @ symbol comes up, you're going to resolve the play on the ballpark card. 4-2, column 4, row 2, double star 2. That's a ground ball to Ensberg. His range is on a 1-3. That's a 6, and that's going to be good for a base hit. So Pierzynski is on with a base hit. And Ensberg is 0 for 2 on his range plays. Strategy roll is an 18. Carlos Quentin is up. He's 1 for 2. Runner on first. Infield is at double play depth. Strategy roll, 18. White Sox holding off. 2-2, column 2, row 2. Strikeout on a 1-9. The 10 is too high. 3-6, column 3, row 6. Fly ball. Back there to Cabrera. He'll make the catch and puts 2 away. So 2 away with a runner on first, and that's going to bring up Joe Creed. Creed is 0 for 2. They're going to let him take the hit, and here's the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That is a blank. Creed, 5-1, column 5, row 1. Ground ball to Kano. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, but the White Sox will leave 1 stranded. After 7, Yankees 3, White Sox nothing. We go to the top of the 8th. Derek Jeter, Bobby Abreu, and Hideki Matsuri due up. Boone Logan staying in. Jeter, 1 for 3. And that is going to be a 2-4. Column 2, row 4. Strikeout on a 1-8. 14 too high. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a ground ball to second base to Ubre. He'll make the catch. Throw it over to Corneco. And that'll be out number 1. Bobby Abreu 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And they're not going to let Abreu take the hit. And they are going to bring in Shelly Duncan. Duncan will come in to pinch hit. Duncan batting a .417, and here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is a walk. On a 1-12, the 19 is too high. 3-2, column 3, row 2. However, it is a ground ball to Cabrera, and that'll be 2 away. Hideki Matsuri is 2 for 3 with a double and a run scored. And here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. Double question mark, single on a 1-5, 17 too high. 4-1, column 4, row 1. Ground ball to Corneco down the first base line. He'll make the catch. Logan comes over, throws it over to Logan in time. And that'll be out number 3. So with that at right field, Shelly Duncan going to come in to play right field. At first base, Cody Ransom is going to come in to replace Gambini. So that's the only changes they're going to make. And so it's no runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on, as the Yankees will go down in order, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Juan Ubre, Nick Swisher, and Orlando Cabrera due up for the White Sox. Hinman Wang done for the Yankees. And with that, they're going to bring in Chamberlain. Joba Chamberlain is going to come in. He'll come into the game with a 2.52 ERA. He's pitched 10 2/3 innings, allowed 11 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Chinman Wang, he went 7 innings, allowed 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, an ERA of a 3.65. 9-1-2 in the lineup for Chamberlain that he'll have to face. And here is the pitch to Ubre, who is 1 for 2 with a double. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout plus on a 22. That makes it a 13. Remember, we add 11 to the strikeout range. Struck him out. And that'll be one away, and we go to the top of the order. Nick Swisher, 0 for 2. Swisher going to take the hit. He is. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's going to be a walk on a 1 to 11, the 20, too high. 5-1, column 5, row 1. Fly ball back there to Cabrera. He'll make the catch and puts 2 away. Orlando Cabrera, 0 for 3. Is Cabrera going to take the hit? Cabrera will take the hit. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a blank. 3-1, column 3, row 1. Line drive to Jeter. He'll make the catch, throw it over to Ransom. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the White Sox will go down in order after 8. Yankees 3, White Sox nothing. We go to the top of the 9th. Jorge Posada, Robinson Cano, and Cordy Ransom due up for the Yankees. So Boone Logan coming out. We have a switch, a left, and a right. And they're going to bring in Nick Massett. That is his card. Massett will come in with a 3.33 ERA. He's got 1 win and 1 loss. He's pitched 2 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit, no strikeouts, 4 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Boone Logan, he went 1 1/3 of an inning, 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 5.72. So let's take a look at the box score real quick after 8 had been played here in Chicago. Yankees scored a run in the second, a run and 2 in the third. It's 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. White Sox, no runs, but 4 hits. They've been shut out. Jorge Posada, Robinson Cano, and Cordy Ransom due up. They are going to make a few changes to their defense. Corneco at first. Yep. So at first, Swisher will take over at first base. In right field, they're going to bring in Dwayne Weiss. Weiss will come in at right field. And we're missing center field. And for center field, they're going to bring in Ramirez. So those are the changes there. Swisher will now go over to second. Swisher playing first. Ramirez at center field, and Weiss will play right field. Jorge Posada, 1 for 2 with a double, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is a walk on a 1 to 11. The 19 is too high. 4-4, column 4, row 4. It's a ground ball to Ubre. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Robinson Cano, 1 for 3 with an RBI. The pitch. 4-6, column 4, row 6. Strikeout on a 1 to 7. The 20 is too high. And that is going to be a 4-5, column 4, row 5. Ground ball to Swisher. And the reason it is, Nassif being a right-handed pitcher, so on the batter card we look to the right-handed side of the slash, and it's a ground out to first base. So 2 quick outs, and that's going to bring up Cody Ransom. Ransom batting a .556, and here is the pitch. Ransom to keep the inning alive. 3-1. Column 3, row 1, strikeout on a 1-15. That is a 9. Struck him out. So the Yankees will go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Jim Thome, Alexi Ramirez, and Dwayne Rice due up for the White Sox. Will we see some 9th inning magic? So the Yankees are now going back to their bullpen, and they're going to bring in their close. They're going to bring in Mariano Rivera. Rivera will get the call up for the save. No ERA. He's got 3 saves. He's pitched 7 2/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 9 strikeouts, and no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Chamberlain. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 2.30. Jim Thome is 0 for 3. And they're going to let Thome take. Jim Thome not taking the hit. Josh Field's going to come in. And here is the pitch. 1-6. Column 1, row 6. That is a hit by pitch. That is a 0. Rivera will be a -2. The 13 is too high. And that's going to be a 4-4. Column 4, row 4. Fly ball back there to Duncan. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Ramirez batting a .267, and here is the pitch. 4-6. Column 4, row 6. It's a wild pitch. It's a foul ball. Reroll 1-1. Column 1, row 1, strikeout on a 1-8. The 11 is too high. 1-4, column 1, row 4. It's a pop-up. Kano will make the catch, and that will put 2 away. White Sox down to the last out, and that is going to bring up Dwayne Rice. Rice is batting a .667. And here is the pitch to Rice. 2-2, column 2, row 2. Double star, ground ball to Jeter. So on the batter card, when you roll the double star, you're going to roll 1d6 in the physical game. In the PC game, which is what we'll play in here, it'll automatically randomly select it. And that is going to be a ground ball to Jeter. Jeter will make the catch, throw it over to Ransom. And that's the ball game as the New York Yankees shut out the Chicago White Sox 3-0. Final line score coming right up. So Chinman Yankees defeat the White Sox. Final score 3-0. Yankees 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The White Sox, no runs on 4 hits, no errors. Chin-Min Wang will pick up his 2nd win of the replay. Jose Contreras picks up his 1st loss. Mariano Rivera will pick up his 4th save. Johnny Damon hits his 5th home run of the replay. Taking a look at the stats here, Chin-Min Wang gets the win. He went 7 innings. He allowed 4 hits, three walks, 3 strikeouts, an ERA of a 3.65. Jose Contreras picks up the loss. He went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 home run, and ERA of a 2.03. Nick Massett, the last pitcher up for the White Sox, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 2.43. Mariano Rivera will get his 4th save. He went 1 inning, no ERA. So that is going to do it for us here at U.S. Cellular Field, as the Yankees will improve to 10-11, and the White Sox will drop down to 11-8. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.